online and please keep it in the unmute position only. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Cindy. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, madam, you
Can
may
you join?
proceed now.
What? Myself, sir?
Okay.
Yeah, your voice is coming all
Okay.
fine, madam. You may proceed.
Darpanji,
Yes,
please
madam.
unmute the speaker, Dr. Sangeeta Madan. Dr. Sangeeta Madan has joined. She is
Okay.
the speaker, and Dr. Cynthia is introducing Dr. Sangeeta. So
Okay.
unmute Dr. Cynthia as well as Dr. Sangeeta Madan.
Okay, madam. Okay. Yeah. Request sent, madam.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes, you are audible, but you are not visible. Your camera is off, ma'am. Okay, now you are visible as well as audible. Dr. Sangeeta, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can I start?
No, before that, let Dr. Cynthia introduce you. After that, you
Okay.
can start. So, Dr. Cynthia,
Okay,
please do
okay,
the
dear.
introduction part.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So, very good afternoon to all. I'm Dr. Cynthia, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, St. Joseph's College, Trichy. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to introduce our speaker, Dr. Mrs. Sangeeta Madan, is a bona fide academician with the master's and doctor degree in the field of environmental sciences. She is currently working as assistant professor in the Department of Environment Science, Gurukula Kangri Vishwa Vidyalaya, Haridwar, with 11 years of research experience and 16 years of teaching expertise. Her areas of interest include water pollution, air pollution, and vermicompositing. As well, she has worked in Civil Engineering Department, IIT Roorkee, and CBRI Roorkee. She has published chapters and articles in various books and magazines and conducted many workshops. She has supervised 4 PhD scholars and published 45 research papers listed in Scopus.com, Web of Science, and ResearchGate. Presently, she is supervising 4 PhD scholars working in different environmental aspects. She has also been awarded the Young Scientist Award by Action for Sustainable, Efficacious Development and Awareness in 2008. She is a member of Journal of Nature, Environment and Pollution Technology, Journal of Environment Conservation, Journal of Applied and Natural Science. So now we have such a great personality for this session. Ma'am, kindly take the session, ma'am.
Thank you, dear, so much for introducing me. thank you to the organizing committee. And thank you, Professor Betty Das Gupta, giving me an opportunity and giving me a platform to present my views on this topic. So shall I start?
Yes, you can start, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
दर्पण जी स्क्रीन शेयरिंग अलाउ कर दीजिएगा.
Is my screen visible?
Noted.
Is my screen visible?
I don't. It's not visible to me. दर्पण जी देख लीजिए उनका स्क्रीन विजिबल नहीं है.
मैडम आ रहा है, विजुअल तो हो रहा है. आप शेयर करिए जो आपको शेयर करना है.
अच्छा, कर. Is it
Yes,
visible
ma'am.
now?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
it is visible now.
Okay, okay. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत्. A very warm good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Dr. Sangeeta Madan from Gurukul Kangdi Vishwavidyalaya, Haridwar. I am thankful to the organizing team for giving me a platform to present my views. Sustainable practices towards waste management. So, what does the word sustainable practice means? It is the process, or you can say they are the services employed to maintain the qualities that are valued in the physical environment. Living sustainability is about living with the means of the natural system. Now, what are natural systems here? Natural systems are the environment and ensuring that our lifestyle does not harm other people. So here the word sustainable comes. That is, the people means the society and the culture. So these are the sustainable practices. And what does the word waste management means here? It refers to the practice of collecting, transporting, processing, or disposing of, managing and monitoring the various waste materials. It is important to observe sustainability in this aspect so that every bit of waste can be managed in an efficient manner rather than just dumping it all in the landfill. So I'll start with my topic, that is sustainable practices towards waste management. What is sustainable management? It combines the principles of sustainability with the principles of management. The environment, current and the future generation needs, and the economy, they are the three pillars of sustainability. It develops the potential of a system to thrive by sustaining the economic viability while also fulfilling the needs of the current and the future generation by using these branches. Now, sustainability is putting the principles into practice. You can see these circles. These are three pillars of sustainability. What are those pillars? Social pillar, environment pillar, and the economic pillar. So, as to achieve the true sustainability, we need to balance the economic, social, and the environmental sustainability factors in equal harmony, which may be defined as the environment sustainability means, this sustainability means that we are living with the means of our natural resources to live in true environmental, sustained sustainability, we need to ensure that we are consuming the natural resources like energy, fuel, land, water at a sustainable rate. Some resources which are more abundant than others, and therefore we need to consider the material scarcity at that point of view. So the damage to the environment from the extraction of the materials, we can save that. And if the resource can be kept in a circular economy, we need to aspire to net zero carbon and then move beyond to ultimately achieve the climate positive principles. Now come to the economic sustainability. It requires that a business or the country uses its resources very wisely and responsibly so that they can operate in a very sustainable manner to consistently produce an operational profit. A business cannot sustain its activity. Now coming to the social sustainability. What is this? It is the ability of a society, we can say, or any other social system to persistently achieve a good social well-being. Taking these three pillars of sustainable further, if we only achieve 2 out of the 3 pillars, then we end up with, if we consider social plus economic, then we get equitable. Sustainability, we get equitability. Sustainability, equitable. If we plus social plus environmental sustainability, we get the part bearable part. If we add the economic plus the environmental sustainability, we get the viable part. So only through balancing the economic plus social plus environment, we can achieve the true sustainability and a truly circular economy. So these are the sustainable management system that we should use the resources very viably. We should use all the chemicals in a very sustainable manner. We should manage our environmental, do environmental management. We should do sustainability reporting and the management tools, compliance, and the safety management. So these are the systems of sustainable development. Now, sustainable development. What is sustainable development? This is the development meeting the needs of the present generation.
Excuse me, madam. You please
Yeah.
zoom is this presentation full कर दीजिए इसको.
Okay. Now is it clear? Sir,
Yes,
ठीक
madam.
है?
It is fine. Fine.
ठीक है. Okay. So what is sustainable development? It is the development meeting the needs of the present without compromising. Present means the present generation, without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. So there are 3 objectives of the sustainable development. That is the economic growth, environmental protection, and the social inclusions. These objectives were given by UK government in the economic growth. What means the economic growth here? That you have to build a strong competitive economy by ensuring that the sufficient land of the right type is available at the right place and at the right time to support the growth and innovation, and identifying then coordinating the development requirements. Second objective, that is the environmental protection. It means that we should contribute in protecting and enhancing our natural and the developed environment while helping to improve the biodiversity, using natural resources in a sustainable manner, minimizing the waste and the pollution, and adopting to and helping to decrease the climate change, including a global shift to the low carbon economy. Social inclusion. We It means that we should support the strong, vibrant, and the healthy communities by providing the supply of the housing required to meet the needs of the present and the future generation, and by creating a high quality of development with the accessible local services that reflect the community needs and supports its health, social, and the cultural well-being. Now see, these are the global goals. The Sustainable Development Goals, or we can say the global goals. These are a collection of 17 interlinked global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. So these Sustainable Development Goals were set up in 2015 by the United Nations General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by the year 2030. So what are those goals? These goals are that there should be no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being. Quality of education should be provided to all citizens of India. Gender equality, there should be no gender discrimination between a male and a female. Clean water and sanitation. Here comes Modi ji's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Affordable and the clean energy, decent work and the economic growth, industry innovation and the infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and the production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, strong institutions should be there, partnerships for the goals. Though these goals are broad, these 17 goals are broad and interdependent. After when they were made in 2015, so 2 years later, that is 6th of July 2017, these goals were made more actionable by the UN resolution adopted by the General Assembly. Resolution identifies the specific targets for each goal. रेजोल्यूशन किस चीज का लिया गया था? ये हर गोल के लिए एक पर्टिकुलर टारगेट बनाया गया था, उसके लिए पर्टिकुलर इंडिकेटर्स बनाए गए थे that were being used to measure the progress towards each target. कि हर जो टारगेट आपने भाई देखा है तो उसमें क्या क्या प्रोग्रेस हो रही है. ऐसे इन 17 टारगेट्स में से ऐसे कुछ टारगेट्स थे जिनके लिए कोई एंड डेट नहीं दी गई थी, बट टू फैसिलिटेट द मॉनिटरिंग a variety of tools exist to track and visualize the progress towards these goals. So all the intention is to make the data more available and easily understood. Main तो हमारा जो उद्देश्य होता है वो क्या होता है, जो हमारी इंटेंशन होती है कि हम डाटा इतनी प्रिसाइज कर दें, इतना इजीली बना दें कि वो उन लोग आसानी से समझ सके और सबको आसानी से मिल सके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे आपका ऑनलाइन पब्लिकेशन SDG tracker, this was launched in June 2018, presents available data across all the indicators. ये जितने भी आपको indicators दिए हैं सब मिल जाएगा इसका. तो जितने भी आपके sustainable development goals थे, they pay attention to the multiple cross-cutting issues like gender equity, education and culture cut across all. There were serious impacts and implications of COVID-19 pandemic on all these 17 goals in the year 2020 until present. क्योंकि 2030 तक हम लोग को बाइंड अप करने थे, हम लोग को अचीव करने हैं ये टारगेट्स, पर अब 2020 में पेंडेमिक, जब कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक चला तो उस पे क्या है, इनका जो है इफेक्ट पड़ा. See, from a planet's point of view, there is no throwing garbage out because there is no out. Because rapid economic growth, urbanization and the increasing population, it has caused resource consumption to increase and consequently the release of the large amount of waste to the environment. From a global perspective, current waste and the resource management, it lacks a holistic approach covering the whole chain of the product design, raw material extraction, production, consumption, recycling, and the waste management. So this solid waste management, it is a challenge for the cities, authorities in the developing countries, mainly due to the increasing generation of waste, क्योंकि आपका waste लगातार industrialization और urbanization की वजह से increase हो रहा है. The burden posed on the municipal budget as a result of the high cost associated to its management. Now, lots of solid waste. As you have already seen in the previous slide, that there are lots and lots of solid waste. So, it's a matter of serious concern. Now, definitely, before coming to the solid waste, that we should know that what is solid waste. It is an unwanted or useless solid material which is generated from the human activities in the residential, industrial, or the commercial areas. Solid waste, they may be organic or inorganic waste materials such as product packaging, grass clipping, furniture, clothing, bottles, kitchen, refuse, paper appliances, paints, cans, batteries, produced in a society which do not generally carry any value to the first user. So these solid waste can pose a very significant health problems and a very unpleasant living environment if they are not disposed of safely and appropriately. So from where do these waste come? What is the origin of the waste? From where is these waste coming? That is from the mining sector, agriculture, forestry, industry, different industries, wastewater treatment, where the treatment is being done, or solid waste treatment, or the chemical treatment, or the sewage sludge, construction demolition, where the concrete, plastic, wood, metal, glass, and other where the construction is going on, household, government, commercial, and the governmental bodies. So municipal, it may be from municipal solid waste, electronic, medical waste, tires, and others. So from these are the sources of the waste. So we can say that the solid waste management, it is a local issue with a global implications. As the world population continues to grow, so does the amount of the waste being produced. In 2015, the world generated 2 billion metric tons of solid waste. This number is going to grow to 3.4 billion metric tons by 2050. In a low-income countries, the amount of waste is expected to increase by more than 3 times by 2050. So, as a result, it is estimated that 2 billion people living in these areas, living in the areas which lack the waste collection process, so they rely on the uncontrolled dump sites. जहां collection proper नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो ऐसे 2 billion people है जो कि uncontrolled dump sites के पास रह रहे हैं. So the inadequate solid waste management system present the serious risk to the human health, environment, and the livelihood in many cities. So why is solid waste management system important? Because inadequate solid waste management can impact the cities and their residents in myriad ways, in different ways. So the waste management include the activities and the actions required to manage the waste from its inception to its final disposal. Inception means the place where the waste are produced. That is the inlet point, you can see. This includes the collection, transport, treatment, and the disposal of the waste, together with the monitoring and the regulation of the waste management process and the waste-related laws, technologies, economic mechanisms. So the impact of the waste on the health issues are associated to the entire process of the waste management. They arise directly or indirectly, directly through the handling of the said waste, and indirectly to the consumption of water, soil, and food. How? See, how this waste, solid waste, impact upon the human health, because the improper handling of waste can impact the human health. Like when we decompose the organic waste, it attracts the rodents, insect, and the stray animals. In this way also it can impact human health. Or in some cities, we can say that human fecal matter and the urine, they are not separated from the solid waste, which attracts the insect and germs that spread the diseases like typhoid, cholera. And another also, that mosquito also, they also play a major role because they breed in the solid waste. So mosquitoes can be a vector for diseases like malaria, dengue, etc. So waste management, and it is intended to reduce the adverse effects of waste on the human health, the environment, the planetary resources, and the aesthetics. So these waste disposal sites, they sometimes release the methane, which contributes to the formation of the ground level ozone. In addition, this methane is a greenhouse gas which contributes to climate change. So these are the needs of sustainable management practices. When it comes to waste management in India, nothing is quite right. जब हम सॉलिड वेस्ट की बात करते हैं, मैनेजमेंट की बात करते हैं इंडिया जैसे उसमें कंट्री में, तो कुछ भी सही नहीं है. सीपीसी भी कहता है, उसने क्या बताया, उसने 2009 में ये इंडिकेट किया that 62 million ton of solid waste is produced in our country, and only 20% of this 62 million ton is treated, which means 12 million tons is treated. So, which means that the remaining 50 million tons of waste remains untreated and contaminate land or makes its way into the river, lakes and wetlands, which will affect our health. Affect our health, मैंने आपको बताया कि कैसे कैसे हमारी health को affect करता है. Affects our socio-economic conditions. Socio-economic conditions में जैसे आपके inadequate solid waste management, it can be costly both in the term of direct expenses and the indirect cost. So the mismanaged solid waste system, they are a missed opportunity for the economic growth, including the increased property values and the tourism benefits from having the clean streets and the beaches. So programs reducing the waste, they can lead to the cost saving in transportation and fuel costs and the cost recovery if implementation is done correctly, or you can say if implemented correctly. Then how will it affect our coastal and marine environment? Because oceans, seas and coastal areas, they form an integrated and the essential component of the Earth's ecosystem, which is a very critical part of the sustainable development, you can say. They cover more than 2/3 of the Earth's surface and they contain 97% of the planet's water. So the ocean contribute to poverty eradication by creating the sustainable livelihoods and the decent work, because 3 billion people, they depend on the marine and the coastal resources for their livelihoods. In addition, the oceans, they are crucial, you can say. Why they are crucial? For the global food security and the human health. They are also considered the primary regulators of the global climate because they are an important sink for the greenhouse gases and they provide us with the water and the oxygen we breathe. Finally, the oxygen, you can say finally the oceans host huge reservoir of biodiversity. जो मेजर बायोडाइवर्सिटी है वो कहाँ पाई जा रही है? आपकी ओशंस के अंदर पाई जा रही है. So the ocean, seas and the marine resources, they are increasingly threatened, or you can say degraded, or you can say they are destroyed by the human activities by reducing their ability to provide the crucial ecosystem services. How this will affect our climate? Because there is a dual relationship between the sustainable development and the climate change. On the one hand, climate change influences key natural and the human living conditions, and thereby also the basis for social and the economic development. While on the other hand, society priorities on the sustainable development influences both greenhouse gases emissions, which are causing the climate change, and the vulnerability. So the climate change impacts on the development prospects, we can see. It will also compound the existing poverty. Its adverse impact will be the most striking in the developing nations because of their dependence on the natural resources and their limited capacity to adapt to a changing climate. So the activities like deforestation, emission of CO2, untreated disposal of wastewater, these are worsening the negative impacts of climate change. These greenhouse gases, as I earlier told you, they are accumulating in the Earth atmosphere. How they are accumulating? Due to the human activities. We are the main culprit. And causing the global mean surface air temperature and subsurface ocean temperature to rise. So rising global temperature, when there is a rise in global temperature, there is a rise in sea level and the change in precipitation and other climatic conditions. Changing the regional climates could alter the forest, crop yield, and the water supplies. It also affects the human health, animals, and many types of ecosystems. Not only India, cities around the world, they are facing many challenges to their cleanliness and environmental sustainability, including the rising greenhouse gas emission, unsanitary public spaces, foul odors, growing energy demands, low recycling rates, and the limited space. This is the current mentality of the paper towards waste management. This is the fishbone diagram, which is explaining that how city garbage problem is going out of control. Who wants to change? Yeah, who wants change and who wants to change? But nobody wants. जो reality क्या है? Nobody wants to change. चाहते तो सब है कि हमारी सिटी क्लीन हो, ये सब चीजें हमारा भी अदर कंट्रीज के जैसे solid waste, proper solid waste disposal systems होने चाहिए, पर nobody wants to change because the people are not cultured. The people are to be educated. They are to be aware. Corporators, they are inefficient. There is no enough space for composting. Metropolitan cities, they are growing in an uncontrolled way. No enough funds, no dry and wet garbage is not segregated in certain cities. There is no punishment for this misbehavior. Dumping ground is the only solution of this. सब लोग अपना जहाँ भी कूड़ा का वो the dumping ground पे they go and dump on that. So nobody wants to change, but everybody wants a change. Now, a conceptual framework for the sustainable integrated waste management. Sustainability principles, implications that how this waste management framework is. Implications for waste management, policy implications, methods of garbage disposal, sectoral source of waste, how to protect the environment. So the sustainability principles, these principles may be like the conservation of ecosystem, you can say, the development of the sustainable society, you can say, conservation of biodiversity, control of population growth, development of the human resources, promotion of the public participation. These may be the principles. So policies क्या हैं? Principle of policies जो बनाएंगे उनको practice में लाना पड़ेगा. Policies जैसे reducing poverty, the project with greater employment should be started. भाई कोई ऐसा project start करो जिसमें आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा employment दे सको, तो आपकी natural poverty क्या हो जाएगी? कम हो जाएगी. फिर हमें क्या policy बनानी चाहिए कि removal of subsidies, हमें subsidies को remove करना चाहिए. किन चीजों पे? जैसे on using resources like electricity, fertilizers, pesticides, diesel, इन सब पे हमें क्या है? Subsidies क्या है? Remove करनी चाहिए. फिर आपकी market based approaches, market based instrument approach is the best policy, you can say. These instruments are in the form of the environmental taxes, which include the pollution charger and the user charges. फिर इकोनॉमिक इंसेंटिव्स रिगार्डिंग द प्राइस क्वांटिटी, कि कितना प्राइस उसमें रखना चाहिए, एंड द टेक्नोलॉजी कैन हेल्प टू अ ग्रेटर एक्सटेंट. Incentives, they are usually given in the form of a fees to a resource user, जो उस चीज को यूज कर रहा है, for the quantity of the pollutant in the air, water and the land use. फिर पब्लिक अवेयरनेस, कैसे करेंगे पब्लिक अवेयरनेस, ये सब पॉलिसीज में आ जाएगा आपका. पब्लिक अवेयरनेस जैसे एडवर्टाइजमेंट कर लिए, कुछ फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम्स चला लिए, या फिर हमने क्या किया, पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ द ग्लोबल एनवायरमेंटल efforts which will help to minimize the damage made by the degradation of the environment. कि आप deforestation करोगे तो आपका क्या impact पड़ेगा. So these efforts should be made to make agreements on the environmental protection. फिर आप ट्रेड पॉलिसीज भी बना सकते हो. ट्रेड पॉलिसीज में क्या होता है कि they stresses on the establishment of the less polluting industries away from the cities, कि आपको ऐसे इंडस्ट्रीज ऐसे एस्टैब्लिश कर दी है जो कि लेस पोल्यूशन करे और सिटीज से दूर हो. एंड यू शुड यूज द एनवायरमेंटल फ्रेंडली प्रोसेस फॉर पोल्यूटिंग इंडस्ट्रीज बाय अडॉप्टिंग द क्लीनर टेक्नोलॉजीज. सेकंड, द इम्प्लीकेशंस फॉर वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट. इसमें हम क्या पढ़ेंगे कि आज के जितने भी कैटास्ट्रोफिक इफेक्ट हैं जो कि पुअर वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट की वजह से हो रहे हैं, क्या क्या इम्प्लीकेशंस है, क्या क्या इफेक्ट पड़ रहे हैं. जैसे हमारी सॉइल कंटामिनेट हो रही है, वाटर कंटामिनेशन हो रहा है, एक्सट्रीम वेदर बाय द क्लाइमेट चेंज, एयर कंटामिनेशन, हार्म टुवर्ड्स एनिमल एंड मैरीन लाइफ, पॉलिसीज इम्प्लीकेशन. अब नाउ पॉलिसीज इम्प्लीकेशंस फॉर वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट. Waste management in India, it falls under the purview of the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. In 2016, the ministry released the solid waste management rules, which replaced the municipal solid waste management and handling rules, 2000 of which had been in place for 16 years. फिर आ जाओ मेथड्स ऑफ गार्बेज डिस्पोजल, कि आपके गार्बेज डिस्पोजल के क्या क्या मेथड्स हो सकते हैं. जैसे आपका लैंडफिल, इंसिनरेशन, वेस्ट कॉम्पैक्टिंग, फिर कंपोस्टिंग, फिर वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग. ये सब चीजें क्या है आपकी मेथड्स ऑफ गार्बेज डिस्पोजल. अब आपको बताते हैं, सबको पता होगा दैट व्हाट इज लैंडफिल. ये बहुत ट्रेडिशनल मेथड है. इट इज द मोस्ट ट्रेडिशनल मेथड ऑफ द वेस्ट डिस्पोजल. वेस्ट इज डायरेक्टली डम्प्ड into disused quarries, mining voids or the borrow pits. जो आपने एक लैंडफिल खोदी है या गड्ढा कोई भी आपने डंप किया, तो वहां पर हम क्या करते हैं, वेस्ट को डायरेक्ट डंप करते हैं. डिस्पोज वेस्ट, इट इज कॉम्पैक्टेड एंड कवर्ड विद, आपने उसमें वेस्ट डाल दिया और उसको कवर कर दिया सॉइल से. सो द गैसेस जनरेटेड बाय द डिकम्पोजिंग waste materials, they are often burned to generate the power. It is generally used for the domestic waste. Second method of garbage disposal is incineration. Incineration का मतलब कि आपको combustion करना है solid waste का at a very high temperature, that is 1000 degree centigrade. इसमें क्या होता है, आपका जितना भी waste material है, it is converted into ash, flue, gas and heat. And the ash, it is formed by the inorganic constituent of the waste and the gases due to the organic waste. The heat generated by incineration, it is used to generate the electric power, and the heat generated by incineration, it is used to generate the electric power. Next is the waste composting, कि जितना भी आपका waste material है, जैसे cans हो गए, plastic body, उनको आपने compact कर लिया एक block में, and you have sent those waste for recycling. This process prevents the oxidation of the metals and it reduces the airspace needs by making the transportation and positioning easy. नेक्स्ट है आपका कंपोस्टिंग, कि आप कंपोस्टिंग भी करते हैं. अब हम लोग, काफी लोग अपने घर में भी करते हैं, जितना भी हमारा किचन वेस्ट निकलता है उसकी कंपोस्टिंग करते हैं. उसमें जितना भी आपका फूड स्क्रैप्स हैं, यार्ड वेस्ट है, उसको क्या करते हैं, डिकम्पोजिशन के लिए रख देते हैं. तो ये जो आपका प्रोसेस है कंपोस्टिंग का, स्टार्ट विद दीज ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट बीइंग बuried under the layers of soil and then they are left to decay under the action of microorganisms like bacteria and fungi, which results in the formation of nutrient-rich manure. तो कंपोस्ट डालने से न्यूट्रिएंट रिप्लेनिश हो जाते हैं. आपका जो कंपोस्ट आपने घर पे बनाई और आपने पॉट्स में डाली अपने गार्डन में, तो उसमें क्या है, न्यूट्रिएंट्स का रिप्लेनिशमेंट हो जाता है. इन एग्रीकल्चर इट इज द बेस्ट ऑल्टरनेटिव to chemical fertilizers. एग्रीकल्चर में केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स की जगह अब हम ये कंपोस्ट यूज कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट आपका मेथड ऑफ गार्बेज डिस्पोजल क्या है? वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग. वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग का मतलब आपने कंपोस्ट बना ली, पर ये कंपोस्ट किसकी हेल्प से बना रहे हो? वर्म्स की हेल्प से, अर्थवॉर्म्स की हेल्प से. उसको हमने क्या कहा है? वर्मी कंपोस्ट. सो you can say it is the process of using the worms for the degradation of the organic matter into the nutrient rich manure. Now we are coming to the fifth part, that is the sectoral source of waste. Sectoral source of waste, it means हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि ये waste कहाँ से generate हो रहा है. That is the source. That is the source. कहाँ से generate हो रहा है, किस point से ये आ रहा है. It may be from residential से आ रहा है, industrial से आ रहा है, commercial से आ रहा है, institutional से आ रहा है, construction part से आ रहा है, demolition से या municipal services से कि street cleaning हो रही है या कहीं treatment हो रहा है, waste treatment हो रहा है या कहीं manufacturing process हो रहा है, तो ये waste वहां से हो रहा है. तो ये sectoral source of waste हमें पता लगाने की जरूरत है. It's a need of an hour. How to protect the environment? And as you have heard, 3R concept, but now 6R, 7R, 9R also has been studied. But how we will protect the environment? Reduce by reducing, reusing, recycling, and cut down on what you throw away. So volunteer for the cleanups in your community. आप कुछ ऐसे volunteer programs चलाइए, cleanups के cleanup drives चलाइए आप अपनी community पे. People को educate कीजिए कि how to conserve water, how to use या how to choose the sustainable option, how to shop wisely, वही चीजें खरीदे जो आपकी बहुत जरूरत की है, how to use long lasting light bulb, and lastly कि protect the environment by planting a tree. So these are the current waste management practices which are unsustainable due to, क्यों unsustainable है? क्योंकि waste of energy and materials, you can see here कि how much of energy is wasted and how much of material is. Environmental degradation हो रहा है आपका. Poor disposal practices. Poor disposal क्या practices क्या है? कुछ लोग ना तो इंसिनरेशन कर रहे हैं, ना लैंडफिल कर रहे हैं, ना वर्मी कंपोस्टिंग, ना कंपोस्टिंग. तो वो तो डंपिंग साइट पे जाते हैं, they go and dump their waste there. So poor institutional integration and the lack of accountability for the waste producers. Now the national policies, this is the sustainable integrated waste management. Waste management. In most countries, we say that municipalities are responsible for the solid waste management. आप कोई भी सिटी ले लो, म्युनिसिपैलिटी तो सब इकट्ठा करती है जितना भी आपका सॉलिड वेस्ट निकल रहा है. तो कुछ कंट्रीज में दे प्ले अ मेजर रोल. So, however, experience of the people, Republic of China and some European countries highlight the importance of having the right policies and the incentives at the national level, as they affect the cost and the revenue, and thus the sustainability of the waste management at the local level. Recycling and incineration, they are complementary solid waste management methods. Waste that cannot be reproduced and reused are incinerated for the proper hygienic treatment. So a well-defined policy combined with the integrated planning at the local level can achieve the right balance of methods and facilities. Now, this is the sustainable integration methods. That how source reduction. Source reduction means the place. Source reduction means that the place where the solid waste is being produced, we are reducing that waste at that particular point. Source separation means that we have to separate the biodegradable as well as the non-biodegradable. वी हैव टू डू एट दैट पॉइंट कि आपके जितना भी बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट है उसको अलग उसमें सॉर्टिंग कर ली, नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल को अलग में सॉर्टिंग कर ली। फिर वेस्ट एक्सचेंज आ जाओ। वेस्ट एक्सचेंज क्या होता है? इट इज where the waste product of one process become the raw material for a second process. This represents a waste of reducing the waste. तो आपका जो वेस्ट आपका एक निकला है वो दूसरे प्रोडक्ट बनाने में वो काम आ गया, वो रॉ मटेरियल बन गया है। तो इससे क्या हुआ? आपका रिड्यूस हो गया वेस्ट डिस्पोजल थ्रू द रीयूज फॉर दैट व्हिच कैन नॉट बी एलिमिनेटेड। फिर
मैडम प्लीज शेयर योर स्क्रीन।
या
हाँ जी, आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करिए मैडम।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, कर दीजिए, कर दिया। सर आप हो रही है?
हाँ जी ठीक है, ओके ओके
ठीक, ओके जी। नाउ वेस्ट ऑडिट मींस, व्हाट डज वेस्ट ऑडिट मींस? ये एक तरह का सर्वे है, ये एक तरीके की फैसिलिटी है। इट इज अ सर्वे ऑफ द फैसिलिटी रेगुलर वेस्ट स्ट्रीम। Our waste auditors, they go through the bags of waste, sort items, record and analyze the data. In doing this, we identify what is being thrown away, what is being recycled or diverted to other means, and the amount of each type by the weight or volume. Water transfer station. Transfer station means they are a facility at which solid waste is received. Data transfer station. You can say, also say the dumping sites also you can say. Here the waste is temporarily stored for the purpose of transporting it to another site for processing, recycling or disposal. Is transfer station key? There are certain advantages of this, that they provide an opportunity to increase the waste density. It minimizes the illegal waste dumping, particularly in the developing countries. It can serve as a controlled place for sorting and processing the waste. Main problems associated with waste transfer stations are increased traffic volume, house and air pollution in the surrounding areas. Unless they are properly maintained, there is a potential for environmental damage in the surrounding areas. Now, what is waste to energy? Waste to energy, you can say, or you can say energy from waste. It is the process of generating energy in the form of electricity and heat from the primary treatment of the waste into the fuel source. It is a form of energy recovery, you can say. Now, sustainable civilization. First of all, we should know that what is sustainable civilization. A sustainable civilization would have a non-diminishing source of energy. A social system that does not divert resources towards the conflict resources with high net energy. This is the cyclic flow of materials. See, we are using the energy and the material in a renewable way. So, when we are using in a renewable way, the waste is minimized. When waste is minimized, there is low volume of non-toxic waste materials. And when waste is minimized, low quality heat energy. So we can, in a nutshell, we can say that हमें इनपुट छोटा करना है, आउटपुट बड़ा लेना है. हमें वेस्ट मिनिमाइज करके हमें आपको क्या क्या चीजें चाहिए, वी हैव कि हम लोगों को लो थ्रूपुट चाहिए, लो क्वालिटी हीट एनर्जी चाहिए, लो वॉल्यूम नॉन टॉक्सिक वेस्ट मटेरियल चाहिए, आपको एनर्जी एफिशिएंसी बढ़ानी है. So when the last tree is cut down, the last fish eaten, and the last stream poisoned, we will realize that we cannot eat money. आपको ये बात आज की इस कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक में बहुत अच्छी तरह से हम लोगों को ये महसूस हो रही है कि अब पैसा कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहा है. These are the waste management principles. These are the 7 key principles for the waste management. First is the waste management hierarchy. Waste management strategies, it must aim primarily to prevent the generation of waste and to reduce its harmfulness. Where this is not possible, the waste material should be reused, recycled, recovered, or used as a source of energy. As a final resort, waste should be disposed of safely. Safely का मतलब या तो आपने लैंडफिलिंग कर दी या फिर उसकी इंसिनरेशन कर दिया. Second principle, self-sufficiency at community and if possible at member state level. Member states need to establish in cooperation with the other member states an integrated and the educated network of the waste disposal facilities. Third, the best available technique, not entailing the excessive cost. The emissions from the installations to the environment should be reduced as much as possible and in the most economical, efficient way. Proximity, waste should be disposed of as close to the source as possible. Precautionary principle, the lack of full scientific certainty should be used as an excuse for failing to act. Where there is a credible risk to the environment or the human health of acting or not acting with regard to waste, that which serves to provide a cost-effective response to the risk identified should be pursued. Next, the producer responsibility. The economic operators and the particularly manufacturers of the products, they have to be involved in the objectives to close the life cycle of the substances, the components and the products from their production throughout their useful life until they become a waste. Last principle is what the polluter pays. Those responsible for generating or the generation of the waste and consequent adverse effect on the environment should be required to pay the cost of avoiding or elevating those adverse consequences. अब इसीलिए क्या हो गया है कि हर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट, जितनी भी इंडस्ट्रीज है उन सब में ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स है और सबको ये कहा जाता है कि they should dispose of their waste by treating their waste, कि कोई भी इंडस्ट्री बिना ट्रीटमेंट के उस वेस्ट को डिस्कार्ड नहीं करेगी, डिस्पोज नहीं करेगी. Now the waste management hierarchy. This is the most favored option are the reduction, reuse, recycling, recovery and disposal. Reduction means that we have to reduce the waste. Reuse means that we have to reuse it. जो हमने reduce किया, जो waste निकला उसमें से reuse कर लिया, recycle कर लिया, फिर recover कर लिया और फिर disposal. तो ये क्या है आपकी most favored option है. Least favored option कौन से हैं आपके? Disposal, recovery, recycling and reuse and reduction, you can say. This is the 7 R's of sustainability. Seven R of sustainability: recycle, reuse, reduce, repurpose, refuse, and repair. Reduce means that we have to avoid the unnecessary waste generation in the first place, eliminate unnecessary consumption, refine the industrial and the commercial processes to reduce the waste, avoid unnecessary packaging, substitute reusables for the disposables. These are the source reduction policies alternatives, we can say. So what are those alternatives? Can anybody tell me that what are the reduction policies? Can anybody tell me? First is education. Second is voluntary compliance. Third is through voluntary compliance programs. Third is economic instruments. Fourth is the regulation and the legislation. Education, how? For how education is an alternative? By means of seminars, conferences, formal education, or by media awareness campaigns, or by waste audit programs. वॉलंटरी कंप्लायंस प्रोग्राम्स में हम जितना भी आपका इंडस्ट्री सोर्स रिडक्शन टास्क फोर्सेस होते हैं वो सब इसमें आते हैं. द कॉर्पोरेट प्रोक्योरमेंट पॉलिसीज, proactive waste auditing, awards of recognition, logos and labels, they all come under the category of voluntary compliance programs. Economic instruments में जितने भी आपके taxes हैं, tax rebates हैं, subsidies हैं या seed money grants हैं जो आपको मिलता है बीज की, जैसे आप seeds खरीदते हैं तो इंक्रीज टिपिंग फीस, ये सब चीजें किस पे आती हैं आपकी, इसी में आती हैं. फिर रेगुलेशन एंड लेजिस्लेशन, इसमें क्या है कि आपका किस मटेरियल पे बैन है, कौन सा प्रोडक्ट बैन है, डिस्पोजल बैन है, प्रोडक्ट कंस्टिट्यूशन रेगुलेशंस, मैंडेटेड सोर्स रिडक्शन टारगेट्स एंड टाइमलेसनेस, ये सब चीजें आपकी ऐसे आई. नाउ रीयूज. रीयूज का मतलब आपको वो ऑब्जेक्ट, यू हैव टू यूज द ऑब्जेक्ट डिवाइसेस ऑफ द सब्सटेंस अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन. Refillable containers, see, you can say durables instead of disposables, reusable packaging. Now this is the evolutionary concept, evolutionary economic adaptive reuse and sustainability. This is a circular model, you can say, or you can say it is a sustainable business model. It not only aggregates the aspects of sustainability, ये सिर्फ तीन ही aspects sustainability के नहीं लेता है, social, ecological and economic, but it correlates them into an evolutionary scheme. And this model supports adopt the reuse of the cultural heritage. All the stakeholders, including the national bodies, state bodies and the local bodies, need to check the rules stated by the government of India, which are functional or not. So to keep a check on these waste generators, so as according to the low polluter pay for toxic waste that has the adverse effect on the environment. So this is a circular. So all these are intercorrelated with each other. So that is why, like circular governance, how it is correlated with urban context, urban landscape, energy innovations, circular city, we have to plan in a very planned, sustainable way, circular economy. So all these factors, they are intercorrelated. Now recycle. Recycle, you have to use the materials in place of the virgin materials. Virgin materials to create a new product. You have to use many recycling variants. So recycling, what does recycling means? Recycling means that you have to conserve the material resources. You have to conserve the energy. You have to provide the economic opportunities like new jobs, economic development. You have to reduce the impact on the environment by means of extraction, manufacturing, and disposal. You have to reduce the disposal problems, or you have to reduce the disposal cost. You have to prolong the landfill life. You have to protect the environment, you can say. economics of recycling. Recycling growth, it is usually limited by demand rather than supply. डिमांड कम होगी तो सप्लाई कम होगी, डिमांड ज्यादा होगी तो सप्लाई ज्यादा होगी, तो डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल हो गया ना ये सब चीजें आपकी. So markets for the materials must be assured before collection begins. See, these are the savings from the products which are manufactured using the recycled material. How much of energy is saved by using paper? 23 to 70%. How much of air pollution control? 74%. Water pollution इतना कम हो गया, आपका water usage इतना कम हो गया, इसमें ग्लास में आपकी एनर्जी कंटेंट इतनी सेव हुई, एयर पोल्यूशन इतना, माइनिंग वेस्ट से इतना, वाटर यूज इतना, कंजम्पशन कम हो गया आपका, स्टील में आपका इतना और एल्यूमिनियम में, तो आप ये सेविंग्स हैं हमारी रिसाइकलिंग से. सो व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ रिसाइकलिंग? बेनिफिट्स ऑफ रिसाइकलिंग, फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट्स, कंजर्वेशन, भाई आपको पैसों का तो है, नेचुरल है, फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट तो हुआ ही जब आपने रिसाइकल करी उस चीज को, फिर आपकी वो रिसोर्स कंजर्व होगी, एनर्जी सेविंग्स, कम्युनिटी बिल्डिंग, जॉब्स क्रिएट हुई, जब आपको रिसाइकल करोगे बार बार तो जॉब्स क्रिएट होंगे, एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट होगा, स्ट्रॉन्ग इकोनॉमी बिल्ड होगी, एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन होगा. Recover means you have to extract the energy or the material resources from the waste. For that purpose, how you will recover it? For that purpose, you need the energy recovering incinerators, or you will use the refuse derived fuel facilities. Then you will use the material recovery facilities. The recovery, it is perceived to the contrary to the first 3R and to produce the toxic emissions. See, there are different types of waste here. These are different types of waste. Metal waste is sorted in another separate container. Paper waste is in separate container. Organic waste is in separate. Glass. There are different containers used for different waste. For each waste, there is a defined container. So we have derived the energy, and we have derived the energy from these waste, and we have used this energy in making the chemicals. We have used the energy as a substitute of natural gas. We have used this energy in the transportation as a fuel. We have used this energy as a crude oil, or we have used this energy for the power or for producing the steam. Rethink का मतलब, पहले आप सोचो जब भी आपको कोई चीज खरीदनी है कि that you really want or not, just for show purpose you are purchasing that item or not. Refuse the items that are not environment friendly. आपको जैसे अब हमारी पॉलिथीन बैन हो गई थी, तो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, पर अभी सब लोग इस चीज को नहीं फॉलो कर पा रहे. तो refuse the items that are not environmentally friendly. Reduce the amount of energy you use, for example, by walking or turning off the lights when you leave the room. See, now this is the, you can say, waste management diagram, you can say. So the ideal waste management alternative is to prevent, first we should prevent, is to prevent the waste generation in the first place. जहां से वो waste निकल रहा है वहीं से रोक देना है. So waste prevention, it is a basic goal of all the waste management strategies. Second, आपका क्या है? Waste minimize. In many cases, waste cannot be outright eliminated from a variety of processes. So numerous strategies can be implemented to reduce or minimize the waste generation. Next, waste minimization or source reduction. कि आपने क्या किया, वेस्ट को मिनिमाइज कर दिया, सोर्स रिडक्शन कर दिया. It refers to the collective strategies of the design and the fabrication of the products. फिर आपका आता है रीयूज और रिसाइकिल. रिसाइकिल का मतलब है इट रेफर्स टू द रिकवरी. अभी जैसे मैंने पहले बताया था, as I told you earlier, that you have to recover certain materials, useful materials like glass, paper, plastic, wood and metals from the waste stream so that it can be incorporated into the fabrications of the new products, जिससे कि हम उसको वहां से रिसाइकिल करके उसको सेकेंड प्रोडक्ट बनाने में यूज करें. So common recycled materials, they include the paper, the plastic, glass, aluminium, steel and wood. So effective waste management, it requires, सब तो क्या require होगा? It requires the preventive step as the first stage, that is to produce preventive steps. आपका पहला stage है कि आपको less waste produce करना है. By taking into use the most essential things so that the waste is not generated in the excessive quantity. Next, it involves reuse. फिर आपने reuse किया waste का material का by utilizing its productivity if it is not made for the disposal after a single use. Further, it involves the recycling part of waste which can be made to use in one form or the another and separating it from the toxic substance. और last वाला आपका क्या आ जाता है? Disposal of waste which is leachate, useless and cannot be brought into use. फिर हमने जैसे ये किया, यहाँ से वेस्ट ले लिया तो कुछ इंसिनरेट कर, जब इंसिनरेट करा तो वो आपकी एनर्जी आ गई, उस एनर्जी को आपने रिकवर कर दिया, कुछ नॉन रिकवर में चली गई, तो उससे जो ऐश बनी वो ऐश आपने कहाँ कर दी? लैंडफिल में कर दी, वो फिर लीचेट में, और फिर हमने प्रॉपर डिस्पोजल हो गया. Ways to create an efficient waste management plan. Planning at every stage. We should plan at every stage. It helps to re-evaluate all the steps and how and when we can save and minimize the amount of waste. Considering the sustainable material management. At household, by just avoiding the plastic, हम लोग को अपने घर में प्लास्टिक को थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करना चाहिए. Using the refillable pan instead of use and throw. Ideal use of any article and wherever possible reuse and recycle. तो आप उसी आर्टिकल को यूज करो जिसका आप रीयूज और रिसाइकिल कर सकते हो. कोलैबोरेटिंग whenever possible. आप कोलैबोरेशंस करो, जैसे public private partnerships for the service delivery. It is one such approach that promotes the sustainable and the self-supporting partnership between the various business and the local governments. Aim to avoid the landfills. आप ये जितने भी लैंडफिल्स हैं इनका थोड़ा सा अवॉइड करो, ज्यादा कंस्ट्रक्शन इनका नहीं, क्योंकि इनसे क्या है, आपकी हार्मफुल गैसेस निकलती हैं जो कि एयर पोल्यूशन कॉज करती हैं, या फिर आपका वाटर पोल्यूशन हो जाता है और सॉइल पोल्यूशन हो जाता है. वो जहां भी लैंडफिल किया उसका लीचेट किसमें, ग्राउंड वाटर में चला जाएगा, तो क्या है, आपका ग्राउंड वाटर पोल्यूशन हो जाएगा. So there are some techniques of waste minimization. Pehli, good housekeeping. Systems to prevent the leakages and the spillages through preventive maintenance, schedules, and the routine equipment inspections. Also, well-written working instructions, supervisions, awareness, and the regular training of the workforce would facilitate the good housekeeping. Process change. Under this head, 4 techniques are. इस process change में 4 techniques दी हैं. पहली है input material change. Input का मतलब कि that you have to substitute of the input materials by eco-friendly, जो कि eco-friendly हो. Eco-friendly का मतलब they should be non-toxic, or you can say they should be less toxic than the existing and renewable material. Preferably, they should have a long service time. Better process control, modification of the working procedures, machine operating instructions, and the process record keeping in order to run the process at the higher efficiency and with the lower waste generation and the emissions. Equipment modifications, modifications of the existing production equipment and utilizes, for instance, by the addition of measuring and controlling the devices in order to run the process at higher efficiency and the lower waste and the emission generation rate. Next, the technology change, the replacement of the technology processing sequence, and synthesis route in order to minimize the waste and the emission generations during the production. So there is no such thing as a way. When we throw anything away, it must go somewhere. So solid waste management system, it is a good choice today for a healthier tomorrow. Just wait, I have to show you this video regarding my topic. Is my video visible?
No, your video is not visible, madam. Madam, you just start sharing.
Okay. Sir, is it visible now?
No, this time you are visible. You start sharing that application which is running the video.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
मुंबई का एक डंपिंग ग्राउंड 30 सालों से लगातार इकट्ठा हुए कचरे ने यहां लगभग 80 फुट ऊंचे महाकाय पहाड़ का रूप ले लिया था। लेकिन दिसंबर 2003 में इस डंपिंग ग्राउंड के 1 हेक्टेयर क्षेत्रफल में एक प्रयोग हुआ। कचरे के पहाड़ को जमीन तक उतार दिया गया और नई जमीन के लिए तरसती म्युनिसिपैलिटी को फिर से जमीन उपलब्ध कराई गई। कीचड़ में कमल खिलाने जैसे इस काम को सिर्फ 60 दिनों में अंजाम दिया बिरजू मुंद्रा की मेहनत और डॉक्टर SR माले की वैज्ञानिक सूझबूझ ने।
माले साहब, मुझे तो ये चमत्कार ही लगता है, इतने बड़े ऊंचे कचरे के पहाड़ को आप जमीन पे कैसे ले आए?
ये बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट के आर्डर से हुआ। बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट में पिटीशन जो चल रही थी लोगों की कि ये कचरा बहुत बढ़ रहा है,
इसको कम
खतरनाक
करना।
हो गया है, इसका वास्तविक प्रैक्टिकल हल निकालिए।
तो लेकिन किया कैसे? ये
उसमें
कैसे
जो
होता
कुछ
है?
आपने डाला, ये बगैर सोर्स एग्रीगेटेड करके उन्होंने डाला था,
तो ये पूरा मिक्स कचरा था?
मिक्स कचरा था।
क्या क्या चीजें हैं
अब
इसमें?
इसमें जो है खाने पीने की चीज थी, चिथड़ा टेक्सटाइल था, घास फूस था, टायर
रबर-
थे, रबर
रबर।
थे और कुछ पत्थर भी थे।
जी,
काफी
जी।
कुछ पत्थर आते हैं जहाँ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है
जी,
कचरे
जी,
का,
जी, जी।
क्योंकि वजन बढ़ाना है गाड़ी का।
अच्छा,
सो इसको सबसे पहले हमने सैनिटाइज किया और जो ये सैनिटाइजेशन किया ये केवल नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट से किया, हर्बल हमने यूज किया,
केमिकल नहीं किया आपने?
केमिकल नहीं, जिससे कि कोई बीमारी ना होए और कोई महामारी ना हो जाए, नहीं तो बिरजू और हमको जेल जाना पड़ता है। फिर हमने सब एंजाइम जो है बैक्टीरिया के, क्यों कचरे में प्रोटीन भी है, सेलुलोज भी है, शुगर भी है, फैट भी है, तो हम अलग अलग कंसोर्शियम का एक मिक्सचर बना के उसमें डाल देते हैं। ये बैक्टीरिया अपना अपना काम करने लगेंगे।
तो ये बैक्टीरिया कैसे काम करता है?
बैक्टीरिया का मैं एक सही उदाहरण दूं तो दूध का एक एग्जांपल लेता हूँ,
जी,
दूध
जी,
और दही।
जी।
1 किलो आप दूध को उबालिए,
हाँ।
एक में आप डाल दीजिए जामुन, एक में मत डालिए,
हाँ,
और 4 घंटे बाद दोनों बर्तन को देखिए,
हाँ।
आपने जिसमें वो राइट बैक्टीरिया डाल दिया था जामुन, जो कि लैक्टोबैसिलस है, वो दही बन गया, फर्स्ट क्लास मतलब हो गया। दूसरा गिलास है वो स्पाइल्ड मिल्क हो गया, सॉर मिल्क,
जहरीला हो गया वो?
जहरीला हो गया, क्योंकि जो अनवांटेड बैक्टीरिया है
वो घुस गए?
वो उनको मतलब किसी कैरियर की जरूरत नहीं है, वो हवा में है। उनको जहाँ लिक्विड मीडियम दिखा वही एंट्री मार लेता है वो। लेकिन डिसिप्लिन बैक्टीरिया जो है उसको आपने को बोलना पड़ता है कि ये इसमें काम करो। तो जहाँ अच्छे बैक्टीरिया ने सीट सब ऑक्यूपाई कर ली, जैसे ये इतने सब है, इमेजिन दे आर ऑल बैक्टीरिया, दे हैव ऑल ऑक्यूपाइड द सीट्स, नाउ नो अदर बैक्टीरिया कैन कम, नो बैड पर्सन कैन कम। क्योंकि वो दूसरे में राइट बैक्टीरिया नहीं बैठा हुआ था, so all those unsocial bacteria they got into that and they spilled it
दूसरे दूध में?
दूसरे दूध में। so ये सब हमने पोस्ट फैक्टो
उस डंपिंग ग्राउंड में सही बैक्टीरिया डाला?
हाँ जी, सही बैक्टीरिया का इनोकुलेशन कर दिया। एंड डोंट किल फ्लाइज, मक्खी जो है
काम की चीज है।
2 मक्खी 5 दिन में 70,000 बच्चे पैदा करती है।
बाप रे।
वो छोटे छोटे बच्चे जो हैं वो सब खा लेते हैं, मीट फिश ये वो।
अच्छा, जो रह जाता है।
हाँ, जो रह जाता है फूड में है, जो प्रोटीन है।
ये देखिए मक्खी मेरे पास भी आ रही है। हाँ, मक्खी ने सुन ली आपकी बात।
हाँ, सुन ली।
हाँ, वो फौरन आई, उसको लगा यार ये आदमी मेरी तारीफ कर रहा है।
तारीफ कर रहा है। सो ये मक्खी जो है बहुत बड़ा रोल अदा करती है इसको कपड़े को कंपोस्टिंग करने में। और ये जो बैक्टीरिया थे जो मैंने बोले, करीब 4 सप्ताह में वो सारे कचरे का विघटन करके उन्हें मिट्टी समान बना दिया।
मिट्टी जैसा बना दिया पक्षियों के द्वारा।
मक्खी और बैक्टीरिया दोनों मिलकर काम करते हैं। जैसे जैसे इसको कुकिंग करते गए, मिट्टी जो है नीचे चली गई, कंपोस्ट नीचे चला गया, प्लास्टिक और रैक्स एंड टेक्सटाइल बाहर आता गया, उसको बाहर निकाला, क्लीन अप करके भेज दिया रिसाइकलर्स के पास,
रिसाइकलिंग कर दिया उसको।
रिसाइकलिंग कर दिया। इस तरह से उसको पूरा
खत्म
साफ
कर दिया।
खत्म कर दिया।
कितना समय लगा आपको ये 80 फुट?
60 डेज में पूरा किया।
So there are certain questions which I have to ask from the participants. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, madam, you're audible.
सर कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं जो कि मुझे अपने इस लेक्चर से पूछने हैं. कैन आई आस्क पार्टिसिपेंट्स?
Madam, you may send the questions to Betty madam and the
नहीं, that I have given.
Okay.
But there are certain questions which I have to ask कि जो मैंने पढ़ाया, is it being clear to them or not?
Yeah, you may ask.
Yeah. Am I audible to all the participants?
Yes, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. So, how I will come to know that my lecture was understood by you or not?
सबको अनम्यूट
हाँ जी।
करिए, जिसको आंसर देना है सबको अनम्यूट करिए, जिसको आंसर देना है वो दे दीजिए.
Everybody is unmuted now. Everybody, you may unmute yourself.
So tell me, what are the So tell me that what are the 3 aspects of sustainability? Can anybody tell me? Or I should do the random sampling?
Reduce,
I think random sampling would be very difficult for me.
reuse, and recycle.
Social,
No.
economic,
I
as well
ask
as
you 3 aspects of sustainability. 3 aspects, 3
So-
pillars.
Economic growth, environment.
social, economic, and environment.
Very
Three
good.
pillars of
Very good.
sustainability.
Yeah. Broadly, solid waste contain which kind of material? What is the nature of that material? I told you in one slide. The material which is used for the decomposition or for the degradation, that is of the organic and the inorganic type. Is it clear? Next, nationwide campaign launched by Indian government for the waste management. जो मोदी जी ने लॉन्च किया था, कौन सा नेशनल वाइड कैंपेन था?
स्वच्छ भारत अभियान.
Yeah. In the waste management hierarchy, the least favored option कौन सा होता है? जो मैंने एक ट्रायंगल आपको बताया था, उसमें ये बताया था the most favored option and the least. सबसे least favored कौन सा होता है?
landfill disposal.
Landfill disposal. Yeah. To avoid the waste generation, most important aspect is भाई आप कैसे waste generation को कम कर सकते हो? How would you? तो क्या करना चाहिए
To
सबसे
prevent
पहले?
Triple R,
at the
reduce, reuse,
source
and
itself
recycle.
only.
Segregation.
नहीं, सबसे पहला step है you have to reduce it, source reduction.
Yes.
उसके बाद reuse आएगा. ठीक है?
जी.
What do we need to refuse to avoid the waste? What do we need to refuse to avoid the waste?
Segregation.
Based on the beneficial aspects for an individual, whether it is required or not. That is the one thing.
We need to recycle.
No.
Education.
No.
Avoiding usage of
Of
virgin materials.
plastics. Use of plastic. What is the most common method which is used to recycle the organic waste? What common methods are you using at your homes?
Composting.
Composting.
Yeah. How does the solid waste lead to the air pollution? Solid waste, how it is leading to air pollution?
Burning.
Huh?
Burning.
Yeah,
Burning of the
burning. So you can see by the emissions of the toxic gases.
Yes.
Can we
Carbon
say like
gas
this?
emissions.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Carbon
Yes,
gas emissions are there. Global
Methane
warming.
gas
is there.
generation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
It leads to
Crude
the
oil,
global
it is a
warming
source
also.
of
It leads to the
crude
global
oil.
warming.
It is a source of renewable or non-renewable energy.
Non-renewable.
Non-renewable.
Yes, good.
Non-renewable.
Yeah. Solid waste management rules, they were implemented in which year?
2015.
I told you. कब
2003?
बने थे जब goals की बात करी? No, बच्चे, no, 2016. 16. In 2016.
16.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants.
Thank you, ma'am.
Patiently
Thank you, ma'am.
hearing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, being this, yeah.
May I request Gayatri to sum up the whole lecture? Gayatri, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
ma'am.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. It's my privilege to summarize the session of Dr. Sangeeta Madan, Department of Environmental Science. So we had a comprehensive account of various sustainability practices in vogue. Various garbage disposal methods of incineration, compost, vermicompost, and their alternative uses were discussed, followed by sustainable integrated waste management. The 7 key principles of waste management advocated by the European Union were clearly explained. We were also enlightened on the waste management hierarchy of reduce, reuse, recycle, recovery, and disposal, followed by the 7 R's. On the source reduction policies, you're able to hear me, ma'am?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was
okay, ma'am.
accidentally stopped.
I can start?
Yeah, please.
It's my privilege to summarize the session of Dr. Sangeeta Madan, Department of Environmental Science. So we had a comprehensive account of the various sustainability principles in vogue, the various garbage disposal methods of incineration, compost, vermicompost, and their alternative uses were discussed, followed by the sustainable integrated waste management. And the 7 key principles of waste management advocated by the European Union were also discussed. We were enlightened on the waste management hierarchy of reduce, reuse, recycle, recovery, and disposal, followed by the 7 R's. On the source reduction policies front, the emphasis on education, voluntary compliance and regulation, and economic instruments were discussed. We have seen that circular economy concept is gaining momentum, and the golden rule of recycling, which says that recycling growth is limited by demand rather than supply, was explained clearly. A snapshot of the energy saved from recycling of paper, glass, steel, and aluminum was also observed. Regarding energy recovery, we saw the most favored strategy is waste prevention, minimization, source reduction, and the available options are reduce, recycle, and the least favored one is the disposal. And with respect to effective waste management plans, practical techniques like good housekeeping and process change were discussed. And in the end, we had the video by Mumbai-based agronomist and scientist, Dr. S.R. Malai, where he had used natural and eco-friendly decomposers for decomposing the garbage heap. And the question and answer session was really lively and useful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you, Dr. Gayatri.
So thank you, Gayatri, and thank you, Sangeeta ma'am, for your wonderful lecture. I think we finished slightly before time. So I asked the next speaker to join, and he's joining in 5 minutes. In between, if you want to take a break for 5 minutes, you can go. But then sir is joining within 5 minutes. He's logging in and he's joining. Okay. So, Sangeeta ma'am, once again, thank you on behalf of our institute.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Betty. Thank you, Professor Betty, for giving me an opportunity. And thank you so much. Have a good day.
Okay.
And best wishes for this Atal FDP.
Thank you so much. दर्पण सबको अनम्यूट कर दीजिए, म्यूट कर दीजिए अभी.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I'm muting all and stopping the recording session.
Okay, sir will be joining after 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.